In this lecture, we will talk about how to use Cramer's rule to solve this system. Here is this system has x, y, z, three variables. Okay, now the first equation is x minus 2y minus 3z equals negative 18. The second one is 2x plus y plus z equals 19. The third one is x plus 3y minus 2z equals 7. Okay. Now, in order to apply Cramer's rule, we need to find out 4 matrices. See, there are 4 matrices. And we also need to find out the determinant of those 4 matrices. The coefficient matrix is easier. You see, you take all the coefficients out. X in front of it is actually 1. So you put 1 here. Negative 2 is clear, and negative 3 is clear. Now, 2 is clear. 1 probably was not clear. In front of y, there is a 1. 1 times y is y. So we have a 1. In front of z is the same, 1. So you have a 2, 1, 1. And then in front of x is 1. So you have 1, 3, negative 2 for the coefficient matrix. Okay? Now, we need to figure out the determinant of this matrix. Now, right here, what I did is that I use row 1 minus row 3. You see, row 1 was 1, negative 2, negative 3. 1, negative 2, negative 3, minus row 3. Okay? Row 3 was what? 1. So, minus 1, minus 3. Okay? Negative 3 minus negative 2. Okay. So, what do we get? 1 minus 1 is 0. Negative 2 minus 3, negative 5. Negative 3 minus negative 2 is negative 1. Okay? Because negative is positive 2. Positive 2 plus negative 3 is negative 1. Now, what is this? This is what? Row 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, black words, 2, 1, 1. You keep it. Row 2 minus row 3 times 2. This is what I did here. Now look. Row 3 times 2, you have a 2 times 1. And then row 3, 3 here times 2 right here. Okay? And then negative 2 was here times 2. Yeah, basically is every element here times 2. Yeah. 1 times 2. 3 times 2. And then negative 2 times 2. And then row 2 minus those things multiplied by 2. Okay? Row 2 minus row 3 multiplied by 2. That's what I did here. So this operation by property 3 won't change what? The value of the determinant. So you can put equal sign here. The reason I'm doing so is, again, I make 1 minus 1 is 0. Okay? And then 2 minus 2 times 1 is 0. I want those two places 0. I want those two elements to be 0. Okay. Now look. 1 minus 2 times 3, that's 1 minus negative 6. We have negative 5. 1 minus 2 times negative 2, that's 1 plus 4. That's 5. Okay? Yeah. And again, the first one, 1 minus 1, 0, 2 minus 3, negative 2 minus 3, negative 5, and here we go, negative 1. Row 3, we didn't do anything. We keep it. 1, 3, negative 2. 1, 3, negative 2. After we reached up this far, we wanted to expand this determinant along the first column. The first column here, D11 stands for this element. Row 1, column 1. That's 0. D21 stands for row 2, column 1. That's 0. That's this one. And D31, that's 1. So you put right here. Okay? Yeah, again, D11 is this one you put here. Those are cofactors. Okay? The reason I use D is because here is capital D, so I use D. Okay? So D11, D11, D21 here, and D31. Well, cofactors I always use A. Yeah, A11. It doesn't matter what it is, you have a 0 in front of it, it crashes this one. Okay? And then here you have a plus this 0. Okay? 0 times anything is 0. So you don't really need to figure out this value. You know it's going to be 0. Now, here is 1. And A31 is what? Cross out row 3. Column 1. So you have a negative 5, negative 1, negative 5, positive 5 left. And then you have a negative 1, because it's cofactor, it has signs. Negative 1 to the what? To the sum of those two values. 3 and 1, 3 and 1. 3 and 1 together is 4. Negative 1 to the fourth is positive 1. So you don't need this one, it's already positive 1. Okay. Now, negative 5 times 5 and minus, always minus, negative 5 times negative 1. Here is negative 1. Now, negative 5 times 5, negative 25. 3 negatives, so negative. 1 times 5, 5. 3 negatives, negative 5. So we get negative 30. Okay? Now, D is the coefficient matrix. And then we figured out the determinant, which is negative 30. Okay? How to find out dx? You see, column 2 are the same. Negative 2, 1, 3. Column 3 are the same. The only difference is here is negative 18, negative 19, 7. This one is from the constant here. Okay. So you replace column 1 with the constant. You have a dx. It's like here was the place for x. So you replace 1 to 1 with the constant. Then you will have a dx as a matrix. Those are the details for you to figure out the determinant for dx. Okay, I have the details written here. Again, I like to make somewhere be zeros. This is the place I made. So then you can expand the determinant of this dx along this row. Okay, and then you'll get negative 150. You probably want to enjoy the details yourself. Now, dy, we get dy for the same token. Column 1, 1 to 2, 1, 1 to 1, 1 to 1 are the same. Column 3, negative 3, 1, 2, negative 3, 1, negative 2 are the same. Replace column 2 in D with the constant negative 18, 19, 7, you have dy as a matrix. And then the determinant you may want to find out yourself. And here is negative 120. Okay? Details are again right here. And here I like to have zeros, two zeros in column 1. Okay? That's the deal. Okay, now you have a determinant. dy is negative 120 here. Okay? And you have negative 150, negative 120, dz. Again, what's dz? Keep the first two columns 1, 2, 1, negative 2, 1, 3 the same. Replace column 3 by constant. Negative 18, 19, 7. Negative 18, 19, 7. You have a dz, this matrix. And then find out determinant. Again, I like to have a somewhere be 0. Okay, so here I have a zeros right here by doing these operations. And then we will have a what? The determinant is negative 150 again, like this one. So, after you get the determinant for d, dx, dy, dz, right here, then you use this one, everyone divided by this number. Okay, dx, negative 150, divided by determinant of negative 30. Negative 150 divided by negative 30 is 5. You have x. dy, absolute value, not absolute, determinant of the matrix, you have a negative 120, put right here. Okay. Negative 120, put right here, divided by the same number, 30, negative. Determinant of d. You have 4 for the value y. Finally, you have a z. That's the determinant of d, of dz, negative 150, divided by the same number. Determinant of d, negative 30. You have a 5. So, x is 5, y is 4, z is 5. That's the solution for this system. Okay? I'll see you next time.